forward. Okay, so we'll do this. Take that big, deep inhale to the top. Let's take that upward stretch and then all the way folding it. Touch the floor, walk it all the way out, all the way down on those thighs, all the way down to the upper body, and then peel it all the way back up. Hips go back up, and then walk your hands back. Oh, just feeling the whole body kind of stretch. As we start to move, that same thing, we'll just follow this through. Stretch, walk, hands go forward. You kind of get the calf stretch. You lay your thighs down, lay the upper body down, come right back up. Hips go back up, and then walk it back. Let's do that one more time. So that full forward stretch, big inhale to the top, lower back down, walk it back out, and then hold that plank here for a second, kind of pushing through your heels, right and left. We'll be getting that cardio with some jumps, adding that light weight for higher reps, but gets the heart rate up. Bring that body into that plank, and then just kind of circle your ankles, kind of going forward and back on those ankles. Set those knees down, and then set your hips back. Stretch into that first little child's pose, and then just reach your arms right and left up to the corners of your mat, just getting that side of your body. When we start punching with those weights, a lot of twisting and turning, so you want to get those lats, shoulders. Let's bring it forward, and then come into a full-on tall push-up, hands wider than your mat, feet narrow, and then just give me those nice round, kind of full set of push-ups all the way down, all the way up. Pushing that time here. We'll just give me a few more seconds on the clock, and then we'll get our legs going. So full range, abs are in tight, and get back up on those feet. Bring your hands in narrow, and we step that left leg forward, reach left arm up, hand down, foot down. Step the right leg forward. Right arm reaches, right arm down, back to plank. Left, oh, that little reach is for your back of the thigh, and then that same arm reaches up to the ceiling, getting that chest and shoulder warmed up. Push, and then there's a little bit of flexibility. You take that big step, hoping to get that foot right next to your hand, and then you lift that hand and look it toward the ceiling. Step, reach, and look. Come back to the plank, and then this time we just step or jump both feet forward, both feet back. Now stay a little bit wide in your stance. When you're on the mat, this is way harder than using that BOSU ball. So this first round here is a little bit more challenging. Jump and land nice and wide, past your hands, back narrow on the back of your mat. Up wide. Perfect. Back narrow. So you're just kind of lighting those legs. Our weights are handy. Our stick is available. And we'll pull that BOSU ball here in a second. You're going to land in that forward jump, nice and wide, sit low. And then we're just going to stand. Oh, head rush. Stand and lift from that position. All the way down, all the way up. So your feet are staying wide. We'll get this first round, legs and arms kind of going. And then we'll add that weight. We haven't done this for a while. This boxing is so good because it's kind of fast paced. And then that little bit of weight challenges everything else. All the way up, sit way back in those legs, touching that floor. We'll get those legs going next. Good. Up high, sit low, hold it up like this. Arms are wide and your feet stay wide. We pull it across, looking at the knee, coming up toward the elbow. So the key is to meet in the middle as you twist, push. There we go. Nice. Get that blood flowing a little bit. Pull it across. Good. We'll extend that leg out, and then we'll add a little bit of a kick to this. This is just a knee pull, or both arms can pull to the knee strike, but you're going on that diagonal. Now let's bring it to the center. Right leg will kick out, then lunge back. So right kick. Oh, here's our balance. Wow. Right kick to the front, and then lunge it right back. So load that left leg. Now we have that stick available. If you so choose to use that, it'll be handy for balance. Some days it's just necessary. Other days it may not be. So bend that left leg, stand through the left leg, right leg kicks to the front. Push. Yeah, this little stick, just having it in your hands too, gives you that sense of balance. Both legs are here together. Take that forward fold and stand up nice and high. So let's get that back stretched out, back of the legs, and then we'll go to the other foot. So you fold forward, reach up over your head. Fold forward, touching down by both of your toes. Exhale, push it up. Lower, nice and easy. Just kind of get that back side going, warmed up. Very good. And we will go to that other side. So hands either on your hips, left leg this time, lunge back, drop that left knee, come up and push right through that heel. So you focus all the way on that right side, drive through that left heel. It comes up to only about knee height, past maybe your right knee, maybe it's hip. You don't need to go much higher than that. It's about the extension all the way out on that left foot. There we go. Good, breathing nice and easy and steady, kind of that programmed inhale, forced exhale, push. All right, feet together. This time we go down, jump back, jump forward, stand up tall. So just adding on to that forward fold. We'll kick those legs back, jump and land forward. There we go. It goes from stepping to jumping in one quick interval. And look how you're jumping. Land those feet right up by your hands. Good. And then you kind of just push up from that. It's kind of low squat. We'll grab the weights. We'll do an arm round without the weights first. 4, 3. Stand up. Now, the mat's about perfect width apart. Let's get those arms going. So guard position. And all we're doing here is rotating to the direction of your opposite toe. So my right arm punches right over that left foot in that angle. Come back to the middle. Abs are in tight. And then you just shift. So you're not really twisting really. It's more like shift right, shift left. And that center position is where you could kind of hold those arms parallel and be able to move with our legs. So when we do that, then we do our boxer shuffle. So now my arms stay here. Give me that left leg forward. So it's just a little forward hop, backward hop. Gets the heart rate kind of steady and pumping a little bit. Shoulders are back and down. From this tight elbowed position, we're gonna add that jab, jab. So that front arm goes with the leg, right to the front. Jab, jab, nice and easy. But you pull that elbow back each time, so it comes forward, back. There we go. And that nice little rhythm.
Am I supposed to be doing this with weights?
Not yet, not yet. We'll get there.
Okay.
Now we're going to jab, cross, left knee here. Jab, cross, strike, load. So we add that cross, pull, load. 1, 2, 3, plant. 1, 2. Same thing on this one. I lean forward, forward, lean back, pulling me up. Then you catch your balance. Strike. So it's a jab, a cross, a strike, and a hold. Jab, cross, strike, hold. We'll add that other leg to this. Then you get the full combination. 2, 3, hold. We're gonna jab, cross, knee, then you'll kick. Jab, cross, left knee, right kick, jab, cross. Oh, I'm moving on my carpet. Once again, plant those legs and strike, kick, jab, cross, pull the knee up, plant that foot, then the other leg kicks. Good. Push, jab. Nice. See that just constant.
Confusing because you go forward for the jabs and you're back for the other stuff.
Yes. Yep. So you want to lean and lean, then lean back
Hard to get
and lean back.
the right
You're
rhythm.
forward. Okay, come to the center. Jumping jacks in the middle. It is. It's such a coordinated thing. I mean, it's easy arms and leg movement and then coordinating together with that speed. So the beauty of the timer is you go at your speed. We're gonna do all this whole same thing with the right leg leading. So think about that. Just get that cardio in between here. Now we were doing boxer shuffle. We're doing jacks this time. We're gonna plant that left arm, our right leg forward this time. And we'll do that right jab. Good. Nice big jumping jacks. Plant those legs. Right leg comes forward. Jab. That's all we did. Jab, cross, jab, cross. You got that. Lean forward, lean forward. There's a little teeny center position right there. We jab, cross, jab. So that right arm now leads. You pull that elbow right back into your rib cage as you rotate your body forward. Yeah, you're kind of leaning back on that jab slightly. You're on this stance. I kind of punch into it. Then the back arm has way more power. So that would be little, big. Now we're gonna add the leg to it. So you're gonna jab, cross, strike, hold. 1, 2, strike, pause, jab, cross, lean back on that strike. Then you catch your balance. Strike, pause. Good. Nice. So if you just kind of think of in 4 counts, the jab and the cross is 1 and 2, knee strike is 3 and 4. You plant that leg. There's a little bit of pause right there. Now, if you were going to music or the rhythm, it makes much more sense. But this, I just want you to think of hit the same target, chest, chest, strike, pause. Let's add that back leg. So jab, cross, strike, front, kick. Jab, cross, right knee, left kick. 1, 2, lean back, front, kick. So now you get that rotation with those hips. Push, right, left, strike, kick. There we go. Sometimes in the training, we would just say exactly what you're going to do. Jab, cross, strike, kick. It kind of sets that rhythm. And then look at your foot position. I use my mat. It just keeps you really isolated in that stance. So my feet come back to the same position each time. Leave that right side forward. Boxer shuffle is here. And I just take my weight into that jab. Jab right, jab right. I lean as I jump, come back into that stance. There we go. Real basic punches. That's just a jab. Same arm as that leg is leading. And then you use that body weight. Palm rotates down to the ground. Elbow comes back into the body. And then the cardio with the legs. It can be marching here. You could just do the arms. That'll eventually bring up the heart rate, getting the whole body warm. All right, let's pick up those weights. All right, now we're going right back to the center. Nice, easy. 3, 4s, or 5s are great for this. Arms are going to be here, and you just want to get a sense of a nice, easy grip on them. Elbows come in toward the chest, parallel forearms to one another. And now we hit the target. Someone just about your size standing right in front of you. Feet are pointed toward where their feet would be pointed. So you're almost just a mirror image of yourself, punching right at that chest level. The goal is to retract that arm back to your rib cage. These will start getting heavy. Those 5s will get heavy. Bring them back to the center, and now we cross. So it's a little bit bigger movement and more rotation in the hip. Cross left, cross right. Now feel where this comes from. You look where you're crossing over that leg, pull back through the middle, feel that in your upper back, and then keep those shoulders down into the back. So in boxing, sometimes we'll start hunching or shrugging. The goal is to keep chest out and let those arms work with that weight transferring from your legs, which goes right through your core. 3, 2, arms come center. Here's those knees that we did in the beginning. So now I'm gonna pull those arms, knee strike, knee strike. I look at the knee as I stand up on the other leg. I'm standing, I look and pull, pull. Yeah. Arms will start fatiguing, especially when you're just doing legs. So you can have those arms wherever you want, down by your hips, down by your side. As soon as you bring them up at your chest height, you're getting a lot more upper body with this. Perfect. Good. Right in that middle, pull. There we go. Coming alive now. All right, we're going right back to that left leg stance. So get into your left lead. Left arm is here. Jab, cross, hook, hold, jab, cross. We've added that left hook, pull it back. I lean, come around, go back. Lean forward, hook, come back. Now that hook takes a little bit more time because you're out and around, come back. You jab, cross, hook, come back. That left leg is pointed right at your target. 2, 3, and hold. There we go. Around, pull back. We'll add the legs to this as well. So this time, jab, cross, hook, right knee, jab, cross, hook, right knee. Your back leg is coming into that strike. Right knee, push, out, around, strike. Yes. That left leg just points and stays real stationary. And if those arms start fatiguing for faster than you'd like, dump the weights because you want to get those full extension on those arms and then that full rotation with those legs. Yeah, you plant that left foot, right knee comes up right into the middle where your arms were punching. Okay, now we stay there. Left leg is in front, arms come down by your side, lunge and kick. So same thing as we did in the beginning. You're square to the front on your mat, nice and easy. Arms can be down, up and kick, hold, up and press, whatever you want with those arms. The left leg is stationary, right leg steps back, up and kick, down. Oh, here's that coordination. Heart rate starts going and then those little weights just add some light resistance. And it's all about form. Bend the knee, straighten the knee. Come to the center, let's get our back going. So you're gonna tilt forward and you're just gonna give me this straight arm. Now this should feel totally different, almost like a break because you're not pushing forward. We're pulling up against gravity and that long straight limb will work the middle of your back. These are your rhomboids. Good, counteracting all that punching movement and working the posture muscles. Very good. I like it. We'll bring that BOSU ball in. It's just sitting there waiting to have some action. We'll get that next. Hands on the weights are gonna just dangle like this. I'm going to kick back with that left leg only. Weights go down to my right toe. Left leg kicks back, I stand up. So just, it's like you're catching your balance when you go down with those weights in front of that right foot. And I'm just letting them dangle. This is just really for assistance on my balance. I set the heads down. Yeah, and kick it back. Right side's getting it. Left side's doing the work. And we're gonna come up through that back side, repeating this whole action. Whew. All right. In the middle, we do our little boxer shuffle. So when you're standing without a lead leg, so this is what we call neutral stance, I just shift my weight side to side. Boxer shuffle, you see them in the ring kind of shaking the shoulders out. Their gloves are only 16 ounces, which is a pound. These are 3 or 4 or 5 pounds. You can start to see how your posture muscles are actually working a little bit harder here. And I just shift my weight. So you're kind of light on your feet. We're gonna work back through this left leg, lunging and kicking with the arms. And we'll get that whole other side leading here. So we shake it out, plant those feet, and the left leg this time goes down and kick. Right leg is stationary, square to the front. Same thing with the arms. You can hold them out here to work your posture muscles. You can move them to the top as you kick. Your choice. You can dump them if we need to. Yeah. It's just very static. I go to the same place in the lunge and I kick right through. Great. Sometimes I just like to hold the weights up so your chest stays lifted and I'm pressing pressing through that left foot. All right, then this time the left leg is going to be standing. Right leg kicks back this time. So dumbbells, right? We switch the legs. You should be kicking straight back with your, right leg this time, I think. Yeah. And weights just touch, press, and lift. Good. Very good. And in boxing, your back side, so like whatever lead leg you take, the back side away from your opponent actually has the more power because of the traction of the body weight. So I like to start sometimes with your right leg leading to train your left leg to be in the power position, which we'll do now. So right leg is forward, right arm is here, jab, cross, strike, hold. So now you've got the other side working. Your left side is your power side because it's coming from the back, pull, jab, cross, pull, plant. So you see how that weight transfers, you're pushing up that back leg. When you pivot, all that weight comes forward. So the cross is coming off your back leg, has a lot more power. I lean back and strike. There you go. So it's that 1, 2, 3, plant the foot. Good. Strike. Now we go jab, cross, hook, knee, jab, cross, right hook, left knee. That left knee comes from the back right to the center of your opponent or in your mat, in our mat scenario, right in the middle, knee to the gut. Jab, a cross, a hook, and a knee. And that's why we don't need to go too fast on this. Otherwise, we shorten our limbs and we don't get the full power. So take your time in that 35 seconds. Sometimes with music, we just get caught in the rhythm and then we end up trying to chase the beat. And there's no point to that. We really want you to get the form. Okay, come to the center and we're here. This time, let's go into a T, then some of those arms straight back to the V. So you're working all the back of that upper arm and back into the triceps. Straight arms. Leading kind of with the back of your hand the whole time. Back of the hand goes up, heel of the hand goes back. Great. And then we're gonna dump those. We're gonna pull the BOSU ball in and use body weight and some power in the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2. It's gonna feel good to get those out of your hands for a second. Okay, slide the BOSU ball in to the picture. Kind of up I'm putting it at the top of my mat. I'm gonna go down from here, jump back, push it up, jump forward, and stand. So it's just a burpee. It's just a modified burpee all the way down with that push up, just to get your body weight into those arms and legs. And then you just jump nice and agile. To the middle, lay it down. Come up to the plank, jump and stand. There we go. Nothing too crazy yet. Perfect. We'll hold that plank position and do our push-ups on the ball. A little more back of the arm triceps. 3, 2. Jump it back, hold the plank. And we have push-ups right here. Tap your heels or squeeze your heels together. And you lay down on the ball, elbows stay in narrow, and push yourself right up. Good. My thumbs are forward, where you're looking kind of. They're forward to the front of the BOSU ball, which turns my elbows in to really get into those triceps. 10 seconds, you're gonna hold it up, and we're gonna do a little round of abs. We'll do some abs and get some more of that rear kick for the back side. All right, come down to your forearms, press your palms together, walk your feet together, and then bring your head over your thumbs, and you're just holding this plank right here. So a little balance, nothing too crazy. And then we're gonna kneel on that ball to really train that rear kick to generate power. You don't need to be challenging the balance by standing on one leg. We'll be kneeling on the ball, which will give you some sort of an advantage. 5. Oh my, sweaty. 3, 2. Okay, I'll turn to the side here, but you're gonna put your knees pretty much over the top. Arms are coming off like this. See if I have distance here. And I'm gonna kick with my right leg up into the back. So what I'm looking for here is nothing moves from my shoulders down to my hands from my shoulders to those hips. So you could set a plate right on my back and nothing would be moving. That right heel is going toward the ceiling, kind of where the ceiling meets the wall. And it's full extension. You have power. My knee taps by my left leg and then I snap and full extension. It's like you'd be kicking on the back door. Hold that leg out right here. Now give me your balance. So that left arm reaches forward. You're still floating that right leg. If your left toe can come away from the floor, look at, that's your total quadruped, bird dog we call this. And then that right glute is squeezing to hold the length of that leg as the left arm is squeezing to hold that arm. Diagonal across the body is contracting to hold that position. It's such a great exercise that looks so simple, but takes a lot of work to do it. And then when we transition from here, hands are going to go back on top of the BOSU ball, feet go back on the floor. We're going to come back into that push up and then stretch downward dog. So we'll work through the middle here. Press. A nice easy transition with push-ups and a stretch. I like that. Whew. We'll add a little burpee in between this. Why not? We'll do the full-on burpee next time where you're going to jump forward and then jump on the ball, land softly off, but we'll take the push-up out of it. So the BOSU ball will be a prop that will just be jumping up and off of. Good. All the way down. Squeeze that chest. All right, hold the planks here for a second. And then you're going to jump wide. Jump on, jump off. Nice and easy. Back, narrow, wide, wide, narrow, wide. Oh, that's great for the sinuses. That'll clean out, get everything running. Gross. Yeah, full on burpee. Oh man. It's all about that sound, how we land ninja-like, soften those legs, press, back and forth, forward and back. Whew. Okay, catch your breath. Catch your breath, kneeling on that BOSU ball, hands on the floor. This time, left leg comes up and back. So find that position again. Hands are nice and steady. Chest and back are isolated. Only the left side is putting some action into this. Extend that left leg like you're kicking through the door. So essentially we go to the rear kick standing like we did with the weight. You want that same power, but standing is a lot harder because of the balance. Hold it out, find your balance here, and right arm reaches forward, left foot is squeezing back. Oh my goodness. And the BOSU ball leg can either be touching the floor or floating in the toes. Goodness, that leg feels heavy. Squeeze and hold. You're working everything right here. If your stick is handy, we're going to grab that next with the BOSU ball, with or without the stick, but the stick is going to add a little bit to this. Oh my goodness, 5, 4. That is so fatiguing. Means we're doing something right. Okay, catch your breath. Grab your stick. It should be handy right by you. And you're going to sit. I'll kind of lean to this, turn to the side a bit. Sitting over the top of it. So when you lean back, your waistband should be on the top of that. And you're going to have the stick against the top of your legs. And I'm just letting that stick kind of roll down my thighs, roll up to my knees. So this little action here, I lengthen my legs out, pull it up and roll in, out. So you're kind of moving through that rolling, like a rolling pin here. Kind of releasing your grip. Hold it up right there on your forearms. Hold those forearms against the stick, knees against the stick, and it's that fine balance. Feet are floating. Why? This just makes you real honest. There's no cheating here is the problem with this one. Nothing's compensating. And you're breathing. Try to drop those shoulders. Oh, there's just so much happening when you're in that position. Arms feel the fatigue because of the weights. And 4, 3, feels like forever. God, take those heels down. Arms go up with that stick. You're gonna roll down and sit up, and that stick goes right above your head. Perfect posture. Roll down. My chest and back are off of the BOSU ball. Then you sit right back up and just to perfect, tall, seated position. Your feet never move. Arms are on fire from that boxing in the front. This is supposed to give us a break. Exhale. Boxers' abs are the best because you got all that rotation. You get the obliques going. You're holding that core tight, and then you're guarding that position. So it is tight the entire time. Just something we should all be practicing. All right, hold the stick in the right hand. Just stand it up on the floor. Left arm is up, and you're gonna sit to touch the right toe. What you'll start to find is if I move the stick closer to me, I hang on to it higher, all of those adjustments affect how your abs feel. And eventually you'll find one where you think that it's actually helping you. Meanwhile, you have that right hip flexor coming up right to that left side. It's so intense. And if you can't do it, you can keep the leg down. You can get rid of the stick. Come back to the middle, and let's just hold it right here. Oh, you can hold the boat pose. You can hold just steady. You can stretch like I am, or float those legs again, or drop the arms. So just hold that 30 seconds. You're just trying to find I don't know what we're trying to find here, a piece of enjoyment somewhere. Breathing. And not to strain your neck. So if that stick is starting to bother your upper body or neck, 5, 4, unfortunately we have another side to do, 3, 2, bring the stick to this left side, stand it up, right leg stays down, right hand to the left foot, and you sit up and across. Nice. So much of it is how much am I pulling with that left hand or pushing down on that stick? Sometimes it helps if it's close to you and your hand is kind of midway up, there is a sense of pulling your body upward, leveraging that stick. We'll use a stick when we stand here next for that balance, just to kind of prove that kicking position, because I really want you to get that down. It's kind of key. Let's stand with this. All right, we'll stand with the stick on the BOSU ball. So stand up here. Now, the stick's gonna be, I'll show you kind of from the side. The stick will be out in front. I don't want us leaning on it, but it's gonna keep you, like the height of the stick is probably pretty much shoulder height if you're standing like this conveniently. Load your left leg. Oh my, right leg is gonna come back like this. And that same thing, we're gonna kick right like that. So my head goes forward toward the stick, and that right leg lifts and kicks back. Now, the BOSU ball obviously is going to be way more challenging. So if you just can't find your balance on there, up and kick. The key is to push. You're lifting up in that hip, the heel comes to the glute, and then you lean and that leg goes straight back.
Oh
I
my.
like the challenge. I know that's probably one of the hardest things I'll ask you to do. I'm really close to the wall. And if
You
you're
have both arms on your stick?
Yeah, I was holding it just like this. Now, if that's too much, take your kicking arm, kicking legs arm, take that one arm, take it off. That will give you some extra balance. On the stick is actually going to be harder for both arms. So I'm just pressing back, but I'm close to the wall. In a perfect world, if we were at the studio, I'd have you against the wall to do this. Let's switch feet. Lower the right leg.
Impossible.
Yeah. I mean, it's super challenging, but it does train. I want you to focus this left side. Curl the heel, kick it straight out, curl it in, tap it down. So it's a 4-part move, actually. Heel to the glute, extend, pull back in, and stand. So it's fun to get the challenge, and then we'll take it to the floor completely. But yeah, you really want to think of how hard and how flexed is that foot. When you are standing on the BOSU ball, you can only tilt forward so your hips go square down. That's the point of this. So step off of the BOSU ball for a second. And then this time, hold the stick in your hands. I'll just show you from the side again. You're going to kick right, then left. So see how your feet come to that same centered position. So from the square on front, I kick back, my feet come right next to each other, right down the middle of that mat, holding that stick at my chest, pretending your mat had walls. I'm just in those confines. So a lot easier here because I can shift and turn with my upper body and loading that leg differently. That's why standing on the BOSU ball isolates it. And now you've got kind of free range. This would be more in real world terms. Okay, hold the stick above your head, kick front. Same exact motion. The knee comes up, heel extends out. It's exactly the same. Knee flexion, extension. It's just in which orientation we have. We're standing upright, going up against gravity here. Knee comes up, and now the upper body's isolated. Core is tight. Arms are not helping at all. All legs on this. Great. So simple. Here we go. 8-7, 6-5. We're going to get rid of the stick, pick up those weights, and we'll do the weights with the BOSU ball. So now this is an option. If you don't want to be on the BOSU ball, you don't have to, but we're going to isolate the arm. So balance is in the legs, right arm, jab, jab. So you generate that power. The BOSU ball is going to magnify how much legs you're using, and then you're going to have that shakiness and balance. So I like this because it's an easy arm movement, and I can add the leg if I want. I can just stand up tall and do the punching. You get that little squat that's going to start to show you how much leverage the legs can have to give you power in the punch. Boxing's a lot about leverage. All right, and left arm, same thing. Load that middle and punch, punch. You're going right out to kind of your opponent's head, chest, right onto the chin area. And then that right arm is guarding. So that left arm just punches straight out, retract it back in. And then you use that leg to generate some momentum. Tracking, we call this. Loading the legs and then coming up out of it. One-sided punching obviously has its own little rhythm. So actually a little bit easier when you're on the BOSU ball to do it. We're going to alternate right, left jabs. And you're going to see how more challenging that can be. Arms are here, right, left. Now I'm taking it straight kind of out to the shoulder area, opposite shoulder, right, left. Biceps are going to start to feel that. It's not a death grip on the weight. Right, left. Oh my goodness. Shoulder, bicep, that looks great. That speed is up to you. I don't care how many reps it is. It's more about hitting the target, retracting back. Elbow comes to my rib cage every time. Shoulders are back and down. Good. And then look where your feet are. Trying not to fall sideways, engaging your inner thighs to keep you upright. Stand up tall on this one. We're going to work the lateral part of the shoulder out and down. Just give me a lateral raise here. A lot of that punching is, inward. You're getting the front part down to the bicep. You stand tall, you're going to get out to the medial part. Palms come right back to your thighs. Lift, lower. And then you've got that bent kind of what we call in boxing, that ready stance. I'm ready to kind of move around here. So your legs are slightly bent. And then we're going to just tilt forward even more to get the back of the arms. Yeah, this is sweaty. This is intense at a constant. Now I tilt forward, palms are together. I'm going to send the back of my hands up into the back. So kind of that V position, not out into a straight T. They're coming up, and the goal is to kind of open your palms to the floor, and they're higher than your hips. Perfect. Exhale. Nice. And then we're going to do one little combination. Oh, as we're running ourselves right out of time, just because it's going to be fun. Finish with that little highlight here. And 4, 3, you're going to step off of the BOSU ball. We're going to do jab, cross, jump on, jump off. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump on, jump off. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the BOSU ball, off the BOSU ball. Push. There we go. Load the legs, land. Arms, jump and land. There, nice. Nice little last interval to do this. And we'll get a little bit of stretching on and off. Perfect. Landing soft. Great. Whew. That goes by so fast. when we've got all this action, arms and legs, you end up getting a lot of work done. Okay, relax, set those weights down. Set those weights down. Let's stand just as we did at the beginning. Fold that body forward, hands to the BOSU ball, step back right, step back left, step forward, stretch, hands to the ball, step back, left leg forward, left arm stretches, BOSU ball, plank. Oh, that's so good. If you can get that leg way up high, past that hand, come back to a narrow plank. Take the time here. You're just kind of cooling down, so don't worry about timing and speed. Go nice and easy and slow, and feel that stretch. Open up that chest, and you go back into the plank. Let's leave this left leg forward on this one and open up that chest. I'm dropping my back knee down. You can drop your thigh on the BOSU ball or put the knee on the BOSU ball. That feels better to me, to have my right leg on the BOSU ball. I'm twisted toward the left. Left arm is up, and I'm going to sweep it back around my hip, looking down, straight down the back of my right leg. Oh, the boxing is one of my favorite things to do. Switch. Such a good full body workout. All right, you've got that right leg forward, open up that right arm, kind of looking back at your left, and then that hand sweeps down to grab that hip. Oh, back into the center. Let's take those hands on top of the BOSU ball. I'm going to push it forward. Sit back into child's pose, and there's your lats, upper back, shoulders, everything stretches here. That should feel really, really good. Fast and furious today. Turn those toes under. Let's come back up into the full downward dog, stretching the back of those legs, working through those heels. And then you just kind of walk those legs forward into that forward fold. And then take your hands to your shins to that half forward fold. And then you just kind of pull your chest back up over those thighs. Take that nice deep breath in. Oh, a little bit over time today. So good. Nice work on that coordination, arms, legs. Woo! And sweating. I like it.
Sweaty is great.